Hello again, friends. Matt with Eddie's Guitars coming to you as always from St. Louis, Missouri, and I've got a really luscious guitar to share with you folks today. This comes from my friend Julien Sublet, who Alejandro and I had the pleasure of meeting for the first time in person last year at the Fretboard Summit up in Chicago. And not too long after the Fretboard Summit, we were able to start talking details to put some really, really fun, awesome guitars together with Julien. And this is one of the first that we have received from him, and just an absolutely incredible creation. This is a Sublet GAC, or a Grand Auditorium Cutaway. This is just a wonderful, and I'd say downright awesome interpretation of the Grand Auditorium Cutaway body style. We were able to kind of collaborate a little bit with the selection of these tone woods and some of the stylings of this guitar from an aesthetic standpoint. I think Julien has just done an unbelievable job with this guitar. We have been having way too much fun getting to know this one. As I said, we've got a beautiful Grand Auditorium body, so think a little bit larger than like a standard OM, a standard Grand Concert, just like one size up from those guitars. Like I said, with that generous Florentine cutaway there, just an awesome shape and appearance to that cutaway, certainly very functional, getting you up to those higher registers on the fingerboard of this guitar quite efficiently. Top that we started with here is a gorgeous Swiss Spruce top, and we're talking utter perfection in this top. Very, very clean, just a awesome, creamy, milky color to this top here. Just really a beautiful European top here. The binding theme on this guitar is done in ebony, so a jet black, very kind of modern but very clean frame to this guitar with some very fine kind of multi-lines of purfling in here. If you look really close at the top purfling, and we'll get into some of the other purflings on the guitar as we go, you'll see a very fine strip of purple purfling in there. And in conversations with having this guitar planned and made, I said, Julien, what if we added a splash of color to this guitar along with these wonderful tone woods that we've selected? And I have always been a big fan of the color purple, especially a really royal looking kind of romantic purple, and he just really achieved an incredible, delicate but present splash of color in the top of this guitar. I call your attention to the rosette here as well, which is sort of a segmented design. You can see that's done in Ziricote, primarily with that one segment of burled purple done in that segmented portion of the rosette there. Even a bit of extra detail here just behind that low E string. Really a cool, complex rosette here, to be sure. Very original, very much a Sublet design here, which is really cool. Also want to call your attention to a bit of the ergonomic features of this guitar, including this wonderful armrest up here. It's a subtle armrest, but just enough of a relief there to really put your forearm or kind of elbow area of your right arm at ease there when playing, especially if playing long sets, long studio sessions, or just sitting out in the backyard for hours on end. This is not going to be to your arm's detriment at all. I am really eager to jump into the back and sides of this guitar. You will see very quickly here just a magnificent set of highly figured Ziricote. And on top of the natural beauty of the wood itself, we've got a bit of sapwood, not to mention the continuation of the heel cap here, along with all that grain and sapwood, just a perfect continuation there. But Julien has also given us some really awesome inlay detail, again, incorporating that purple dyed burl right there, as well as a bit of, again, segmented or partial backstrip on the back of the guitar. He has even extended that onto the tail of the guitar in the form of this partial segmented tail wedge down here as well. Just a really cool design. Again, all purfled in purple. Also want to call your attention to all of the back and side purflings on this guitar, including the purflings within the armrest itself. Just all this beautiful, again, very royal looking purple color kind of built into this. All the way up on the headstock, you'll see a matching Ziricote veneer with Julien's beautiful logo inlaid all the way up top there. I love that that truss rod access being right there on the headstock. It's certainly a player-friendly feature that you don't always see. Really like that. We've got black chrome Godot 510 tuning machines on this guitar, really beautifully tying the whole picture in here. We've got a black veneer on the back of the headstock with a beautiful volute there as well. And I've got to say, I love the treatment that he has done on the fingerboard here. We've got African blackwood fingerboard as well as an African blackwood bridge on this guitar, but the inlays on the fingerboard itself are sort of a Michael Bashkin style purple burl inlay that accomplishes both being the face markers here as well as they overlap onto the side of the fingerboard and are both the face markers and the side markers at the same time. So a nice, efficient, again, kind of a Bashkin design, which is really cool. But beautiful fretwork, beautiful carve to this neck, which has a 1 3/4 inch nut, 2 1/4 spacing down here at the bridge, and the scale length on this guitar is 25.34 inches. So a really comfortable full scale length on this guitar. The combination of the Swiss Spruce on this guitar and the Ziricote on the back and sides as well is just the way Julien builds a guitar, first and foremost. This guitar is dripping with sustain. It just rings and rings and rings. The presence of harmonic overtones is robust in this guitar. Really just a three-dimensional complex tone out of this guitar. It's as satisfying for fingerstyle as it is really digging into it with a flat pick. So an even more versatile creation than I was anticipating, quite honestly. I'm eager to take a listen to this one. We're going to right now.